what is a doable career leap? He was amazed that I leaped from neuroscience into IT right after my PhD. I really often joke with my students that I only use 10% of my psychology and neuroscience background working in IT. So to answer that question of what is doable for you, let's define career leaping. That is a lateral move. For example, it's from science to business, which is the majority of the listeners for this show because it's the PostdocTransformation show for scientists leaping into business. It's your first time in industry. That is a whole new world, different to academia. Then it's the first time working in a company with business goals. It's totally different as compared to the lab that you have been working in. And it's also the first time in that job role. And to be honest, most of the scientists I know that want to leap into that role have never done this role and they haven't studied that. Or if they did study that, then it's more theoretical knowledge, but it has never been applied to a business context. So their first time in that job role. Could also be B. So from one industry to another, and that's probably my own students, the bachelor and the master students. So that's when you at least have work experience in a certain industry, and now you want to work in a similar role or a similar company, but they have industry experience. So they already know how it's like to be working in a 9-to-5, how it's like to live the adult life. And that certainly applies to my bachelor and master students. And then C, that's from one job role to another. So that could be within the same industry or within the same company, but essentially it's more like moving along the supply chain of the company processes, so to speak. And it could be a different company or whatever. You will eventually become a career transitioner in the realms of C, because most experienced job seekers do this, right? And please note, from A to Z, the difficulty of the career leap, that is the distance to leap, is decreasing. So it's more and more doable, right?